The experiment that proved your memories are fake. You like to think your memories are recordings that somewhere inside your brain, every important moment has been stored exactly as it happened. If you saw it with your own eyes, then it must be true. After all, who could know your past better than you? Almost everyone believes this, and almost everyone is wrong. Imagine you're driving through an intersection when two cars crash. The sound is loud enough to make you stop. You watch the entire accident unfold. A week later, a police officer asks you, "What happened?" You answer without hesitation. You're not guessing, you're remembering. Or so you think. In the psychologist Elizabeth Loftus wanted to test a disturbing question. Could someone change your memory without changing the event itself? She showed volunteers videos of real car accidents. After each video, she asked a simple question about how fast were the cars going when they hit each other. For another group, she asked about how fast were the cars going when they smashed into each other. Nothing else changed. Same video, same accident, same people, only one word was different. But that one word changed everything. Participants who heard the word smashed consistently estimated much higher speeds than those who heard hit. A single verb had quietly rewritten what they believed they saw. The real surprise came 1 week later. The participants returned and answered more questions about the same accident. One question asked whether they remembered seeing broken glass on their road. There was no broken glass. None. Yet people who had earlier heard the word smashed were far more likely to confidently remember shattered glass covering the street. They weren't trying to deceive anyone. They genuinely believed it had happened. Their brains had blended a suggestion into the original memory. The memory no longer reflected reality. It reflected reality, plus the story told. Afterward, this revealed something psychologists now know to be true. Memory doesn't work like a video camera. It works like a document. Every time you remember something, your brain opens the file. While it's open, small pieces of new information can slip inside. Then the file is saved. Again, psychologists call this memory reconsolidation. Each time you remember the past, you aren't simply reading it, you're rewriting it. Most of the edits are tiny, so tiny you never notice them until years later. You're completely certain about something that never actually happened. Here's why your brain works this way. Memory was never designed to preserve the past perfectly. It was designed to help you survive the future. Instead of storing every detail, your brain saves what seems important. The meaning, the emotion, the lesson. Everything else gets reconstructed later. Most of the time, that's good enough. But reconstruction leaves room for error. And your brain fills those gaps with whatever seems most believable, not necessarily what is true. You can see this happening all the time. A family member says, "Remember how scared you were on your first day of school?" You don't remember being scared, but after hearing the story enough times, eventually you do. Or you argue with a friend about a conversation from last month. Both of you are completely certain. Then someone finds the text messages. Neither of you remembered it correctly. Confidence didn't make the memory accurate. It only made it feel accurate. Here's the twist. False memories don't only come from other people, you create them yourself. Every time you tell a story, your brain smooths the rough edges. It removes awkward pauses. It fills in missing details. It makes the story easier to understand the next time you remember it. You remember the edited version, not the original. Over the years, your memories slowly become less like history and more like the stories you've told yourself the most. This explains why two siblings can grow up in the same house, yet describe completely different childhoods. The events may have been identical. The meanings weren't. Each brain edited different details. Each person built a different story. Neither is necessarily lying. They're remembering through different versions of reality. So what's the antidote? Treat your memory with curiosity instead of certainty. When something truly matters, write it down. Check the photos. Read the messages. Ask what actually happened before trusting what feels familiar. And when you catch yourself saying, "I know exactly how it happened," try replacing it with, "This is how I remember it." That small change acknowledges something your brain naturally forgets. Memory isn't a recording. It's a reconstruction. You like to think your memories are the most reliable evidence you'll ever have. But psychology tells a different story. Your memories aren't frozen pieces of the past. They're living stories. Stories your brain quietly edits every time you revisit them. The past itself may never change, but your version of it probably already has.